So for a couple days now, I've been thinking about doing this brand new series here on TikTok, talking about all the anime that I could see adapted into live action films. I kinda got inspired by this series from a question I saw on Danny Mata's recent podcast about what kind of directors he could see direct a live action anime film, and that kind of led me to some conclusions on what I could see adapted into live action anime in the near future. So for this series, I'm only going to do one anime per video and give you all a roadmap about how I could see this anime be adapted into multiple films. And the first anime I'm going to be bringing up for this series is Attack on Titan. Now, Attack on Titan already got its live-action anime adaptation years ago twice, but that didn't turn out so well. Despite how bad those live-action movies were for Attack on Titan though, I actually did kinda enjoy some of the designs to a couple of the Titans, like the Colossal Titan and this one baby Titan that just lives in my head rent-free to this day. But now that the series is finally finished, I think I can actually see us getting a live-action adaptation in the near future, with it being like from America or Japan. Either way, I think I could see this work. And as for how many films I think it would take to adapt all of Attack on Titan, I think it would take about either 8 or 9 movies. I could see the first movie adapting the first half of season 1 of the anime, and you end it on Eren being revealed that he can transform into a Titan, leaving a major cliffhanger. But if we were to end it there, we would have to rush through a ton of things for the first part of season 1 in the second movie, and I think the best way to avoid that for the second movie is if you change the source material a little bit and have Eren and everybody else find a way to close off the hole right before it's revealed that Eren can turn into a Titan. The second movie would of course adapt the second half of season 1 where Eren is recruited by the scouts, and it would adapt the female Titan storyline. The third movie would be adapting the entire second season of the show, and yeah, you definitely would have to rush through some things in this movie, but it would still be awesome to see some of my favorite moments, like the reveal of the armor and Colossal Titan adapted in this movie. Movie 4 would be adapting Season 3, Part 1, where Eren is captured again, and we learn more about the history of this world through Historia. Levi and Kenny would mainly be the main focus of this movie, but it will also be one of the bigger movies to reveal the most lore in these films so far. Movie 5 would probably be my personal favorite one of all these Attack on Titan films, as it would be adapting my favorite arc in the series, the Return to Shigashima arc, also known as Season 3 Part 2. Obviously, this movie would be mainly focused on the battle in Shigashima, which yet is my favorite battle in the entire series, but I'm mainly on the fence on how you would end the 5th movie. I don't know if you would either end it on Armin gaining the Colossal Titan's abilities, or if you would end it after hearing Grisha's story. Personally, I think I would do a little bit of a compromise where you ended the movie on Armin getting the Colossal Titan's powers, and you had a post-credits scene where you saw everybody on the beach. And then the opening scene in the 6th movie would be Grisha's past, telling us everything we've been wanting to know for years about the world of Attack on Titan. But then that brings me to movie number 6, as it'll be adapting most of part 1 of the final season. I'm saying most of part 1 of the final season because the entire 6th movie would be the Marley story arc. I think it would be really cool to have the entire 6th movie focusing on the Marley arc, as it would force us to focus on these brand new characters, and towards the final act of the film, we would see Eren as a villain, because we start to get to know the Marleys as actual human beings. Movie 7 would be adapting the rest of the first part of the final season, but also would be adapting most of the second part of the final season too. Where movie 6 was focusing on the Marleyans, movie 7 would heavily focus on the Eldians again, as the film would slowly build up to the War for Paradise in the second act of the film. And I think I can see the final battle of this movie taking place inside the coordinate, where we see Eren and Zeke fighting one another in order to get the powers of Ymir so they can end the cycle of hate. And then I think I can see the rest of the two movies, movie 8 and movie 9, adapting the rest of the story for Attack on Titan. Movie 8 would probably be the rest of the scouts trying to hurry up and reach Eren in time before he wipes out humanity, and the final movie would probably just be the last episode of the series. I can definitely see a lot of creative avenues you could add to the live-action Attack on Titan films too. Like I mentioned before, you could change some aspects to the story to make things go by a little bit quicker too. You can add in some extra details to the story, like having Falco control his Titan form. I can definitely see a lot of possibilities for a live-action Attack on Titan film series. Also, it would kind of be pretty poetic to have the Attack on Titan films end with 9 films to represent the 9 Titans. Anyway, go down to this comments, tell me what you thought of this new series I'm starting to do, and also give me more recommendations about what kind of anime you want to see turn into a live-action film series. Share this video with all your friends, and click that like and follow button to get all my latest content.